Welcome to another edition of NutriRebel, and no intro today. I'm trying things differently. Anyway, today we're going to briefly talk about what's the concept of mental illness. What is this? It's nothing to be feared, but that's what the media has been portraying for decades. It's an industry. It's a huge industry with no solution. Isn't it kind of funny? There's no solution. Just like cancer, there's no solution. You have all these companies, these big foundations like cancer foundations, cancer research. Where's the research? They just keep researching new drugs and new surgeries. That's mainly what they do. And somebody's making lots of money off that. Anyway, it's a whole other topic. But here's a video.
With adult ADHD, how does it impair the nature of your life?
You may struggle in your relationships.
Why? Is there like very significant childhood experience that affects a lot of adults in urban environments today?
Experience of being in childhood can lead to significant mental health issues as adults.
The most common problem you hear about is anxiety.
There is a 25% increase in depression and anxiety. I feel very bad for this generation.
So what exactly, like, this is what psychiatrists still say, tell patients that, oh, your parents are too hard on you, you had a bad childhood, that's why you're depressed. No, that's not true. You can heal from these things. However, that's like I said, it's an industry, and we could be like this.
Live long and prosper.
Instead, many people are just not even surviving. But here's more what people think mental illness is. This is what they have in their minds. They think it's some dangerous person. This is from Ghostbusters. Rick Moranis. And they think this too.
Let's get high.
He must be doing drugs. Yeah. Yeah, that must be what it is.
Gatekeeper.
I am Vince Clortho, Keymaster of Gozer.
Or even this.
If you're still alive, I think you'll see how we differ.
He must be from outer space. He must be crazy. That's from Twilight Zone, but it's none of these things.
Volga Sildro, our Lord of the Cebulia. Are you the gatekeeper?
Hey, he pulls the wagon. I make the deals. You want to ride?
Yeah.
You're a
Yeah,
bad
I know,
man.
bad man.
You're a very bad man.
Yeah.
Being held in a
You know, then inevitably people like that, sick people, they end up in psych wards.
psych ward comes with an almost total loss of freedom. In many cases, you cannot leave the locked hospital unit until a psychiatrist says you can. And now another local patient has come forward to share her story of how she says she was held against her will.
Connecting vitamin deficiencies and mental health.
Yeah, we wonder why. I mean, but people think, watch, you'll see more.
Malnutrition.
Yeah.
You should try to eat something that will build your strength and return your vitality.
People think it must be what you're eating. You need to.
Lots of meat, butter, cheese. That should be a start.
Yeah, I mean, this is very general advice. If somebody tells you that, it's very general. And you could try all these things. How do you know you're not allergic to these foods? Milk, butter, and cheese are dairy. A lot of people are allergic to them or intolerant to them, and they don't know that. But there's other factors too, like you might have hernias, you might have STDs, you might have. There's lots of subclinical indicators of things like hypothyroid, underactive thyroid, adrenal function. The medical system is not designed for that kind of analysis. Mainly only when you show the overt clinical symptoms of these things. But don't wait for that to happen, because then it gets extremely hard to correct these problems.
What about his eyes and his skin? They're so odd.
Quite so. Quite so. I'm sure my grandmother would have called our friend here a demon or a spirit or some sort of monster. But current scientific methodology allows us to dismiss such ridiculous superstitions and concentrate on scientific reality.
Let's take schizophrenia, for example. There's been great results using vitamin B3, large amounts of vitamin B3, in improving this right here, as well as vitamin D and even folate. And then we have depression, vitamin D deficiency, and omega-3 deficiencies. Now, if you have anemia and you're low on B12, that can also create depression.
We have is to alleviate symptoms of disease, and occasionally we might be successful in curing them.
So the previous guy who saw it was Dr. Berg. A lot of people watch him, but like I said in previous videos, he dispenses very general information, which can be dangerous. It's dangerous in the fact that it's very general information, and I don't see him. I don't watch him sometimes, but he doesn't usually recommend individualized assistance. Him and a lot of other practitioners like Dr. Mercola and a bunch of others, medical medium, all kinds. They sell supplements on their website, but they don't tell you if you need them or not. And we shouldn't be viewing supplements as a band-aid. That's what we do, though.
But considering the many years of data, investigation, and research, we still have diseases in the Middle Ages with no cure.
Yep.
I'm going to talk about this movement of the 1970s and the 1980s. They was inspired by a Nobel Prize-winning scientist, Linus Pauling, who was the father or author of orthomolecular.
And some people will think he's a crazy guy. He's crazy. Oh yeah.
Psychiatry. Now, what is orthomolecular psychiatry? The many things he talked about, we're doing it now. You can say he was the Tesla of medicine. He was years ahead of us, but yet he was neglected and abandoned, despite the fact he had great credentials.
Look up Dr. Linus Pauling. You still won't believe it even if you did. I looked up this stuff like 20 years ago. I don't know who to see. But I was waiting, how do I say this? Many people have it, if it's not broken, don't fix it. That's what they're waiting to get sick. And they think that the workplace insurance is going to be enough. I said, no, they're not going to take care of you, believe me. But a lot of people work at a place and they destroy their health and they think they're going to get cured or whatever disease they have because they have health care insurance. I said, no, it has to be targeted. You look at all these things major things that I analyze on an initial personalized assessment, right? But you could take my free symptom measure tool on the left-hand side at the bottom there to see what I do. But this is what I was confused about. Now I practice it. So I'm making these videos to try to entertain, but also educate as well. So if you like my videos, check out everything on the site, on my videos, and on my website. Anyway, have a good day.